So, I don't want to be negative, but I need to show them what reality is. I need to be able to overcome the fact when they say, well, I'll just rent it. I need to show them why that's probably not a great financial decision. I need to let them know that when they say, I'll just wait till summer, why possibly with the recent discount rate being increased, that we might be going into a new phase of higher interest rates. And the fact that higher interest rates reduce the amount of what a buyer can pay for a home, and that this might be the next bump that we have to overcome. So you guys, you need to be able to talk with sellers and get them off the mark to achieve their goal. But you're going to say, well, Walter, then how do you talk to buyers? Well, my goodness gracious, the concept of leverage and the concept of buying it close to the bottom of the market and the concept of tying down some of the lowest interest rates we've ever seen in 30 years or now 40 years. The concept of the fact that after taxes, this might be equal to what or less than paying rent. I mean, you guys know these things. You have the ability to talk about the benefits of both sides of the game. I don't care where the market's going. People in tough markets need to buy and sell. You just need to have more of the potential sellers to create more of the potential buyers. And then the guy goes on to say, things aren't like they used to be. Gee, you think? All right. Next. Here's a good question. Does Walter submit pre-approval letters very close to the offer price when presenting an offer for buyers? Yes. Now we're going to be talking about benefits to give to a buyer. And one of the benefits is joining your buyer's assistance club. And one of the concepts of the buyer's assistance club is that you work very close with your lender. And when we're writing an offer to a seller, all I do is call or email my lender, and they email me on their lender stationery a pre-approval letter for the amount that we're offering the seller. Now, that only makes sense, because if you submit a pre-approval letter for $20,000 more than what the offer is, what do you think the natural response of any seller is going to be? Well, he can afford it, let's counter it. So, my goodness gracious, you guys, we got customized pre-approval letters on every offer because we found a lender that was able to do that for us, who I could contact immediately, and he had the technology that no matter where he was, he could email me a pre-approval letter on letterhead, and we just printed it out and submitted it with the offer. So, but always. And it's one of the benefits of the Buyer's Assistance Club. We always told our buyers that that's what we would do to try to maintain holding the seller to the offer price. So those were some of the questions, all good questions. I appreciate you guys. A lot of private emails have come my way, and I hope I've helped you guys over this last week. Right now, are there any questions that you guys would like to ask or talk about? Okay. Well, what we'd like to do then is let's go to the buyer B letters, which I'm going to be sending you guys. But we can send you 4 of them today. I'll send the other 10 by the end of the week, probably. Let me show you what I'm talking about in trying to convert a buyer in the B class to a committed buyer in the A class. All right, let's get there here for a second. Nope, that's not right. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah. Now, when I'm emailing to a buyer in the B class who just wants to have inventory, what I'm doing is that I'm trying to convince them to come in, meet with me. Let's get some questions answered. Let's get them pre-approved. Let's let them hear about the benefits of being in the Buyer's Assistance Club, and let's sign a loyalty agreement, which is the old buyer brokerage agreements. So we would send these cover letters with the leads that come up every day as far as new listings. Home inventory is up. Mortgage rates are at an all-time low. It's a great time now to get involved or buy. Home prices in the market have finally stabilized, and first-time move-up buyers are out again looking for the homes of their dreams. I can easily help you find the home of your dreams in the next 30 days. Inventory of new, previously owned homes, never been better. Mortgage interest rates are still low. I've established a number of exclusive services for buyers that not only pay attention to you, but also treat you in the friendliest, most professional red carpet service you'll ever experience in real estate. Here are 5 ways that I can help you today. I've been helping buyers find homes in the area for 20 years, 5 years, 3 years, it doesn't matter. This experience helps me zero in on your highest priorities and create innovative programs that attract the kind of sellers we can both work with while making the transactions run clearly and smoothly. I advertise my buyers' needs on the internet and in the press looking for sellers who have not yet listed. Wow, that sounds interesting. I'm going to actually advertise my buyers' needs in the press and on my site. Number 2, I offer unique marketing programs that make it easy for you to find your new home. Call me and talk about my Buyers Assistance Club or talk about my Secret Homes at Wholesale Prices program. And that's the stuff we talked about in the seminars where I'll look at for sale by owners and show for sale by owners, old expires, send out postcards to the neighborhood that they're looking for, introduce them to new listings before they hit the market, those types of things. We show you inventory that no other agents know about or even take the time to show you. I study market conditions and home pricing to keep you informed of the current market trend. My clients almost always buy below appraisal. I will show you the properties of past clients from my database who are not yet on the market. I mean, that's huge. You've been in this business for a few years. You know all kinds of people that own real estate that you've handled before. Why not? You've got to call them anyways. Why not call them, you guys? I mean, this talk today is about database. I mean, one of the ways that I constantly contacted my database was to call people who owned real estate like what I had a buyer for. And I'd just call them and say, "Hi, Mrs. Johnson, Walter here. We had a buyer in this week that talked about your home, not your home in particular, but the attributes of your home. And I'm just calling to see if there's any chance in the next year you might consider putting your home on the market." Well, I mean, that's a lot of benefit there, you guys. You're trying to find a double-end transaction. You're letting your database know that you're actively working with buyers and homes that they own. I mean, it keeps you top of mind. So we always made that a point when we were working with a buyer to call people in our database. Number 4, I preview new properties to the market every day and tell you about probable fits with your family. I can promise you that you'll be the first. I can promise you'll be the first buyer in any new listing I take, which is true. I mean, we've talked about this before, you guys, and that is, I don't like to put my hard-fought listings on the market immediately. I like to wait 5 or 6 or 7 days, whatever I can do legally and morally and ethically. And that way I contact my database. Today's about social networking. I mean, one of the greatest uses of Facebook is to notify people, your friends and family and everybody else in Facebook, all your acquaintances, of the fact that you're letting them know about a brand new listing and want to let them know about it before it actually hit the market to the general public. It's huge. So you guys, as far as social media is concerned, look at 95% of the people dealing with social media want to be heard. They don't want to listen, which means that a lot of the stuff you guys are sending out there is just not being digested because there's very little value in it. So let's start sending stuff by way of our social media that has some value. And that part of that, your listings before they hit the market. People are always interested in stuff that they can get to before the competition can. And number 5, I've helped hundreds of people buy and sell real estate. I'd be happy to provide you with a long list of clients. Well, you guys all have or should have testimonial sections on your website, and so let's send them there. So that gives you an idea of some of the cover letters that we send with listings to buyers who have not formally committed to us, informing them of all the benefits that we can offer them. Now remember, these benefits push us also to generate more listing leads for ourselves. Remember, all of my systems have dual or triple rewards. I want to have one exertion